Hey guys, I hope you're doing well, and for all of you who left amazing comments on my last video, thank you. I'm sorry if I worried anybody. I'm okay, and I'm back at it. And you're probably wondering, well, since this is episode 2 of Confessions Over Coffee, you're probably wondering, like, why the hell hasn't Donny made a video following up to his first episode of Confessions Over Coffee? It's been like a month or more. I apologize for that, and largely the reason why I haven't yet is because I needed to be in the right mindset to do a video specifically about this subject, and this episode is centered around my fixation with the fictional character Godzilla. So if you've not poured yourself a cup of coffee yet, please do so, because I'm going to be doing a little bit of storytelling, and I hope that you find it enjoyable. So, a long time ago, before YouTube even was a Flickr in its creators, I was a writer, and my first significant segue into writing happened way back, probably in 2002 or 2003. I was a frequent member on Godzilla-themed message boards like Kaiju File, Toho Kingdom, and eventually in 2004 it got to the point where I even created my own Kaiju website, Kaiju Galaxy. For those of you who do not know, Kaiju means giant monster in Japanese, so it's a genre, okay? Well, I met my friend Cindy, who you've heard me mention many times. Her name is Stream of Awareness here on YouTube, and that's how I got into writing Godzilla fanfiction, because she wrote Godzilla fanfiction. And, I mean, I had written it before meeting her, but she helped me grow as a writer and helped me hone my skills until I actually became a lot more confident in writing my own pieces of fanfiction. And if you're baffled by what fanfiction even is, basically fanfiction is when fans of various franchises write fiction about fictional universes that already exist. It allows us to think of different aspects of the story, it allows us to explore different characters, things like that. And Godzilla was a huge character to me, not literally, but also figuratively. He was a huge character to me because what he represented seemed almost as a reflection of how I felt. And I was going through journals from a long time ago to see what I actually said about Godzilla and how I can relate to him, and how I'm always trying to relate to him. And I ironically did not find anything in my old journals, but I did find something that I wrote over a year ago on August 6th, 2016. And I was having a really rough day, I was really depressed, and I basically identified with Godzilla when I said this, and I will quote, "People wonder why I like Godzilla as a character so much. I can relate to him. Every day I feel like this mutated, abnormal, stunted creature. I roam and I sleep in a world populated by shared camaraderie, always trying to fit in the circle but never making it inside." End quote. And that is one reason why I can relate to him so much, because originally Godzilla was this mutated creature created by humanity's mistake. And I feel like, well, at least I feel like when I'm depressed that I am just the summation of a lot of other people's mistakes and my own mistakes. And sometimes I get down on myself and feel like that's all that I am. And another aspect of why I decided to write Godzilla fanfiction and why it was so important to me was when I was in high school, when I went through most of my bullying, I felt insignificant. I felt invisible, and these pieces of fiction allowed me to explore myself in a different way. In many situations in these stories, I made myself and my friends characters who have psychic abilities, who take on almost like a hero form, And I always fantasized myself being in that situation because I wanted to be more than I was. I wanted to be significant. I wanted to be seen. I wanted to capture people's attention, but in a good way. And I did that a lot in my pieces of fiction. I explored my own inner demons. Sometimes I collaborated with friends and we just explored each other's inner conflicts. And I feel like that helped me overcome a lot of my own difficulties when I was a teenager. But obviously, I wrote Godzilla fanfiction from about 2002 to 2013 or 14, and then I went and I did my master's degree, and I didn't have time to write Godzilla fanfiction. At least I told myself that. But now that I kind of go back and read through them sometimes just to see what headspace I was in, and I'm very intrigued by some of the ideas that I had, some of the things that I reflected on. And recently I've been considering actually going through and rewriting my stories as the person I am now with the writing skill that I have now, and in a way to see what has changed, what can I do better, because as a person, I've become better, I think, since then. I still have my own turmoils and conflicts, of course, but one of my fondest memories as a teenager was knowing that my fiction actually got a lot of feedback from people. I actually had a following with regard to fiction, and it was such an empowering thing, and every once in a while I'll get an email or message from somebody being like, Donny, when are you going to write another Godzilla fanfiction? So I think I might start doing it again, because it was such a significant aspect of my life. And honestly, I wouldn't be doing what I am today without it. I teach English at the college level. I love helping students see that writing is significant to them. And I would never have been in that mentality without fanfiction. So that's why whenever people talk smack on fanfiction, I'll sit there and be like, hey, fanfiction actually changed my life. Fanfiction shaped me into not only the writer I am today, but into the teacher I am today, into the survivor I am today, because in my stories, I survived things that metaphorically I feel like I've survived throughout my life, I guess. And it's just something very nostalgic to reflect on. And yeah, I'm excited. These characters are just so important to me, and I mean, not only Godzilla is important, but the character Mothra is actually super important to me, because I've always viewed her as a representation of nature, and I've always had a very, very strong connection with nature. I love being outside, I love gardening, I love trees, and I always found comfort in her. When Godzilla helped me look at myself in a mirror in a way, but Mothra helped me strive for perfection. She helped me strive for always making the right choice, always doing the good thing at the end of the day, and that powered me through a lot of different difficult moments. I know a lot of you are probably like, oh God, you are investing too much feeling in these characters, and maybe that is the case, but when you're a teenager and you have few to no friends, in a way your only friends become those fictional characters. And I think that has to mean something. It may not mean something to people who have not experienced that degree of bullying or that degree of marginalization, but it means something to those of us who have no other form of solace, But yeah, thank you guys for listening to this. I really appreciate it. And when I release my new updated pieces of fanfiction, I will share it here, and I will make sure everybody is aware of it on social media, because it's time to be doing what I love again, for sure. If you guys haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel, and check out my playlists. I will have a couple of them listed in the outro portion of my video coming here in just a couple of seconds. So please check those out and comment down in the comment section below. Thank you guys for listening to me blab, and I appreciate all of you. Just thank you.